Hello friends, welcome to my channel Go Digit. Today in this video we will understand about this image option which is available in the Power App under the create function. Okay, if you are not aware about the Power App or you want to learn about the Power App integration with the Business Central, then I have made some videos in the past regarding this integration part as well and how we can create the apps from the blank app perspective, from the Dataverse perspective, right? So you can watch those videos if you have no clue about the Power App. If you already using Power App and you are using these functionalities, then that's very good. Uh, but today's video is totally about this image option, which I have explored recently. So I wanted to share with all of you. Uh, so let's begin with that. For to start with this, first of all, you have to log in to your Power App account. And in case you don't hold the license, then Microsoft allows you to go with a development environment just free of cost without any single penny you have to shell out, right? And I have explained this concept in my previous videos as well, and like to inform you today as well that if you type on Google Microsoft 365 developer program, then you will find certain links through which you can join that program, and there it will give you the access of all the services and all the functionalities, all the tools which you require to develop the app regarding the Power App, not only the Power App, but the other Microsoft 365 apps, right? So, but in today's video, as I said, we have to see this option. So I've recently explored this option called image, and I find it very interesting because if you read this statement here, first of all, like if you open this uh, dashboard for the first time, you will come across under the home section. Then to create an app in the Power App, you have to click on the create button, and then here you will see this image option. And if you see this, what they have written as a description of this option is that upload an image of an app or form, and we will convert it into an app. So this is a very interesting option which is available in the Power App, that uh, because when we use this option, blank app, we have to design the complete screen uh, of our app from the scratch. But sometimes in various scenarios, if you are working with the designers where they or you are very innovative, then sometimes what we do is that we write everything on paper. We draw certain things on the paper only. Okay, so this image option helps us that whatever you have drawn to the sheet of paper, to any sheet, or like if you have seen certain in certain forms or screens which have the nice outlook over an internet, or if you have gone outside, then in all those scenarios, you just need an image of that form, nothing more than that. You can click that image via your phone, and then that's the whole work uh, you are done with. And then the magic of the Power App is that it will take that image and create a complete same replica of uh, as a screen for your app in the Power App dashboard. Okay, so let's see how we can use this option. So for example, I'll click on this image, and now what they're saying here is that convert an image into an app. In the next few steps, you will upload an image and convert it into an app, right? And let's see this, that they are giving us certain options that use forms with a light background color, or these are the certain options which we have to take care, right? Because not all the options will be workable. So we can see here that use hand-drawn images that are neat. So for example, as I told you that if you have drawn your app on the sheet of paper, then make sure that it is uh, very much readable, like not in that way, which are not neat, right? Same with the color option in the background. So some legal forms like this, not all forms. Like if you see this, this is a very complex form, right? So it will this option will not be able to understand this one, but certain simplest forms it will definitely understand and create out of the box for you. Okay, so also this option is you can say that it has a limitation although but I don't consider it as a limitation of it because the thing is we can create one screen app with this option, and that's what it is saying here, that we can use one page forms and not the multi-page forms are supported via this option. Okay, and then you can see that some recommendation also like this here, which we have already explained. So let's click on the next. And now, the very first option is that we have to give the name of our object, name of our app, which I want to draw. Okay, so let's say uh, image test, image option test, right? Okay, so now I am getting two options, that whether I have to upload my own image or I can start with a sample image. So uh, my recommendation is that we can select this option first, because if you are trying for the very first time, then you should understand all the nuances of this image option, right? Otherwise, if you want to start with your own, then no problem. You select this option and then click on choose file. From here, you have to select the your particular image which you have taken from your phone and you have transferred it to your laptop. Then you can choose the same. Otherwise, let's select with this option. And now it is Microsoft is giving you, Power App is giving you certain options which you can use to test this functionality, right? So like we have this functionality available, this form is available which have labels, text boxes, uh, radio buttons, list form or like calendar, everything is there. Drop down, one button is there, or it is like something which it looks like that someone has drawn on paper manually by via hand. So I can select this one as well, or other options like this one. Okay, so for testing purposes, let me do one thing. I'll select this one and click on next. Now it is identifying the components in our app. Okay, like for our app. And now it is done. And if you see here, let me do one thing. I'll zoom it out. Okay, just to notice this thing and read this statement. Draw tags and assign the components. Draw the boxes or tags around things that should appear in the app. Then for each tag, assign a component. If something does not have a tag, draw a box around it. Okay, so what it is, like whatever in our image, whether it was a label, whether it was some text box, so they have automatically tagged everything. So for example, if I place my cursor here in this label, what they're saying that it is tagged as a text label. Okay. And same as this, tagged as a text label, and this tags as a tagged as a text input, right? Because it's a text box where input is required. So what does it mean? That it has understand everything, every thing which is which was present in my paper, in my image, and then it tried to understand that whether it is a label, whether it's a text box, whether it is a drop down. See this tagged as drop down, right? Because it has this option, so system understand automatically that it is a drop down, right? And it is tagged as a button, because system automatically understand that this is not a label, not a text box, not a radio button, not a checkbox, not a drop down, but it is a button. If you want to change anything or delete anything, you can do so, right? So for example, I can click on this and now I can assign any other component. If you think that this component is not correct, I can change that, I can delete that tag. I have multiple options, right? But I'm satisfied, so I don't have to do anything. And you can mention, you can see here that they have tagged everything, every component, whatever control they have assigned to it with a different color. So orange means it's a text label, green means it's a text input, drop down, and this button. So if I select anything, it is highlighting those options in my page itself, right? So everything is correct. If you want to make changes, you can do so. Click on next now. Now, it is a very essential uh, step in this particular uh, app creation, which is to set up your data. Okay, so at the heart of any app is the data. Data is the content that shows up in our app. Tell us where it should be stored. So if you're creating a screen, if you're creating an app where you want to take some data from the user, or you want to present some data to your users, to your audience, then that data must be stored somewhere. And to store that data, we need some table. And we know that in the Power App, we have this Dataverse available where we can create the new table out of the box, or we can use the existing tables, whatever the thing is. And if you don't have any idea about what is Dataverse table, I have made a video as I explained, as I said in the initial part of the video. You can watch that one. Otherwise, like we have two options available: connect to a Dataverse table. Okay, so connect your app to an existing table or create a new one. So if I want to connect, I can select this option. If I don't want to connect my app with any particular table, I don't. You can skip this one. Okay, so like if I click on next with this option, it is now loading the table for me, where based on the components, I can select the table, okay, or I can create a new table. If you create a new table like this, click on next, then it will give you the option, right, based on whatever tagging is there. You can see that show tag components. So based on this, see, system have automatically assigned the table properties and selected all the labels as the fields like last name, first name, email address, and they are of type text. I just have to click on next, and it will not only create a table for you, but it will attach the table also with your app, so that going forward, moving forward, whatever options you want to go ahead, whatever data you will input, it will be linked to this particular table, right? So you can see the structure of your table now, okay? And if you are fine with that, just click on create button. And by the way, as you can see here, that table and columns both are optional. So it does not mean that you have to go with this option definitely. You can skip that option as well. Okay, now it is creating our app. So let's wait for it. And once it is done, yeah, so it is loading now. Yeah, so just skip this. And now you can see that system has created one app, and inside that app we have this one screen available. Inside that screen one, we have the form, text level 10, button 9, and all those stuff and components are there. Okay, inside this form, we have these options available. And this is how my current screen looks like. Okay, if I want, definitely I can expand the things just to make everything looks like correctly. Okay, so I'm getting this Copilot option here, which we will cover later on. Okay, so now you can see that I have this form label available, this thing. So you just have to make now some cosmetic changes only. based on via like you select the things, and then you can change the properties of the label, of the text boxes, of the drop downs accordingly, right? So based on this, you don't have to do much other things from the designing perspective. Of course, you have to write certain code on this button itself. You have to add certain conditions on the text boxes itself, which you can do from here. Okay. And then once you are done with everything, you just have to click on run. Okay. And as you can see that this is how your screen or how your app looks like. And you can input the things, right? And that's it. So after you inputted things, click on register now. So your screen is developed, your app is developed without you have to much worry about that you have to spend your huge time in designing the screen of the app, right? That is done automatically for you by just an image. Okay, so this is a very good option if you want to save your some time, like if you want to uh, do the same kind of a replica which you have seen before, or which you have uh, developed before, or if you have seen on the internet or anywhere, right? So this is the use case of this image option. And if I like let me go back again. Like if you are done with this, of course you can if you're done with editing and every stuff, you have written all the code, you can publish the same, right? But I don't want to publish it. So let me go back, leave that. Okay, so close. So that's the use case of this image option. Okay, you can use it for variety of purposes based on your need. So that's all which I wanted to share in the today's video. If you like it, please hit the like button and please subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching this video.